Hey, what's happening? It's your man Disco Jackson, my man Sully Sale. You know, I always let him introduce himself. Introduce yourself, sir.
What's up, people in the world? You know what Sully, what it's do tonight.
Welcome, family. Lounge Talk Live. Your boy Disco Jackson, Sully Swaggy Vince Davis. Sully, what's up, bro? How you doing today, sir?
You know, I feel good, you know. Same old, different day.
Same old,
How you living over there?
Huh?
I said, how you living over there?
I'm maintaining the hold and do what I can do, you know. Glad to be here on this beautiful show, on this beautiful Tuesday, like we always do. We're gonna get it in live today. But,
we gotta work on that kid to play intro.
Hey, yeah, we're going to have to get that joint down right, man. I mean, you kind of left me hanging on the side on that joint. I tried to go back for the second round, but you kind of left me hanging on that joint. It's all good, though. We're gonna bring them something sweet and get it in.
It's all good, man. You got short legs, brother. I mean, you know, had a hard time getting to you.
With a glare from the light from your bald-ass head, it was just, I couldn't find the location where I was supposed to be at on stage, so, you know what I mean? It was kind of rough to get there, you know what I'm saying? But
I hear you, man.
What's good in your world today, man? How was work for you today, sir?
We're good, man. But you know, man, I decided tonight that I want to get into teen pregnancy. You know, earlier this week or last week, man, we had a discussion on the I love swag QODs, and
right.
It became a pretty good heated topic, man. I'm trying to figure out. Do we blame these teenagers or do we blame these parents?
Wow, that's a good question, sir. You gotta come on, man. Don't they know you be live right now, man? See, that's that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
know, bro.
Huh?
I guess they don't know we live right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that's the sign of a busy professional man right there. You see that he got his phone blowing up all over the place. Everybody trying to get in touch with him. I can't even get in touch with the dude. Look at that. He got everybody calling him and everything. It's all good, though.
I'm gonna need you to refocus to the subject, though, man. I need you to refocus. Let's get back to the issue at hand, man.
All right, go ahead. What's today? Teenage pregnancy. Whose fault is it?
That's right.
Whose fault is it? Who do you put the blame on?
You know, it all depends on. I mean, if you got active parents or active mother or father in your life, and they doing their best to you know, guide you and show you the right way to live and be in life, and then you still go out in here and you get pregnant and stuff like that, then it's the child's fault. But then you got some teenagers out here, man, that has no guidance, man, and think they know it all, and they go out here and get pregnant. So it can go both ways. So, I mean, it's just like, you know, as a parent, you know, you feel like inside, man, I didn't do all I can do, but you did. At the end of the day, when your child gets to a certain age, you know, there's peer pressure.
Right.
They got that. I think they know it all, or some boy not convinced them not to use a condom, or they think that 15 they're ready to have a baby and take responsibilities, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
What? Let me ask you this: Do you think that? How do you feel about a mother taking her daughter, let's say a 13, 14-year-old daughter, to the doctor for birth control? Do you think that's promoting sex? I don't agree with that. I mean, I can kind of understand what she wanted to protect her and she wants to be safe, but I believe that's promoting sex. And then once that child missed that one shot or that pill or whatever, it's a done deal. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, I guess on that note right there, I mean, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. if you don't do it and she goes ahead and it happens, she gets pregnant, then you're gonna blame yourself because you didn't do it. Even though your child is not active, you might want to take all precautionary measures as possible because again, we're living in a society now, right now where it seems like sex is almost the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they having sex just to be having sex. They don't know. They don't have no meaning behind it, no feeling behind it.
Right.
All they know is their little penis get hard, her coochie get wet, and they want to do it because I like him or I think he cute. So I mean, as parents, man, I mean, you have to do that. I mean, you know, if my daughter came 13, 14 years of age, you know, I kind of would hope that her mother would sit down, explain to her about sex and, you know, some of the things, the consequences that comes out of it, and hopefully get her on some pills. Even though she's not having sex, you just don't want to take that risk.
No.
You know, that's just like as a parent, you'll sit your male down and you'll tell them about condoms at 13. So why not sit down and have your daughter get on birth control at 13? Because I'm pretty sure if you had a son, you'll put condoms in his pocket at 13. Because you don't want little champ bringing on baby home.
Man, I'm telling them sex is the devil. Don't do that shit until you 40.
Man, you can tell them sex is the devil all you want, man. But when they start getting around these other kids, videos, movies, TV, I mean, their bodies start going through changes, man. Then what you gonna tell them? Sex still the devil?
No. I mean, I agree with you though, but I it's hard. I'm just an old fashioned type dude, man. I was raised by my grandmother, you know what I mean, and it was like it was none of that stuff, you know what I mean. None of that stuff going on around. It's like you couldn't talk to her about that type of thing because you just didn't do it. You know, I was brought up in church. You know, she was a strong believing faith in God and believed that you didn't have sex till you got married. So how do you? It's a lot of these parents, I believe, can't talk to their kids. You know what I mean? And then you got the parents that try to be their kid's best friend. You know what I mean? And that screws up things too, because you really can't. I mean, you can love your child, you can be there for your child, whatever, but that's your child, not your friend. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you got, so I believe that not being able to talk to a child, that opens up doors for the child to go to try to find love and shelter somewhere else and guidance from somewhere else. And then maybe from that dude that they're with, you know what I mean? And right. That dude may be throwing something in her ear, or that female be throwing something in his ear, you know? Like, oh, it's okay, I got you, boo, I'm not going to, you know, do this, that, and that. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who can you really blame though. Who's to really blame for teenage pregnancy? I mean, I guess with all the information that's going on now today, man, I guess that you can blame the person that's doing it, because there's so much information out here now on wrapping up and being safe and staying safe, and you everybody knows what a condom is now. Everybody knows what birth control is now. So there's no excuse to not use it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, I understand what you're saying. But again, you got that one knucklehead or that one girl who believes, well, we don't need a condom. I want to, you know how they say, I want to feel all of you. You know, and
yeah,
next
right.
thing you know, you're pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or some little 16-year-old punk telling you, you know, I love you. We're gonna be together forever. And she all, you know, lovey-dovey, floating on cloud nine, and you know, next thing you know, she's having sex, pregnant. Everything goes out the window sometimes when what you learn when them two are alone. You know, things change. They start to become curious, and then curiosity leads to something else, man. And as you said earlier about how, you know, some parents want to be friends with their kids instead of parents first. I mean, in certain areas, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a boundary that has to be set, a line that shouldn't be crossed. Like, you know, you don't want your child to open up to you, but you don't want your child to think that, you know, you are a girlfriend or you my main man or something like that.
Right.
You
And
know,
that's what I'm talking about, right?
So there's just a certain point that you just have to cut off, man. I mean, you just have to, because if you don't, then there's other consequences to teen pregnancy, man, that you got to deal with. Having a baby, are you gonna finish high school? You're gonna have to get a job. Is dude gonna be responsible? Because if you don't got a good family support,
right,
you struggling, man. And if you're struggling, who gonna take care of you?
Right. And on that
take care of you? It's the system. The system will take care of you.
And on that same note, as far as family support and struggling, I wonder what percentage of people from a solid family and percentage of a broken family is far as who's having more kids as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you got a family with the mother and fathers in the home, as opposed to a family where there is no mother or there is no father, just a single parent in the home. You know, which one is most susceptible to getting pregnant at a teenage level?
Well,
what do you think?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the rate or statistics are pretty high for a single parent household than, you know, your father and mother in the household together. I mean, because, you know, again, sometimes your mother or your father can get preoccupied with doing other things in life and, you know, say, hey, she's going to be all right. Whereas that when you're in an established household, a strict father, a strict mother, you know, who's trying to guide you right, you know, your odds are less. I mean, you know, that's just my thought on the situation, you know, because, I mean, it's like this, man, but especially with teenager girls, if your father's not around in your life or playing an important role in your life, then what's going to happen, man? You're going to turn around and you're going to be calling some upper dude in the street daddy.
You right about that?
You know, he going to be taking care of your daughter because she ain't never have a male figure in her life to give her a point of view of how some of these dudes are out here.
Now, what about these?
You know,
what about these? I'm sorry, not to cut you off real quick, but what about these? You got man, grandmothers that's 35, 38, 40 years old, man, and mothers that's babies themselves. Do you think that has anything to do with it? I believe that has a lot to do with it.
It ain't got a lot to do with it, man. I mean, you got some mothers, man, who just want to continually run the streets. You know, they think they doing something, you know, telling their daughter how to live, but at the end of the day, when your daughter when your daughter becomes a certain age and she sees how you living and you're not setting a good example, she's going to follow them same footsteps. And what makes you think she's going to respect you or you're going to be able to tell her what to do if she sees Craig over here one day, Mike the next day, and her school teacher last week ahead? She ain't going to respect you.
True.
She's not going to respect you, man. She's not at all. So, I mean, it's a tough call on that, man. And I don't even know what I'd do if 10 years from now, my daughter come home and tell me she's pregnant. I mean, I do my best to be supportive, but I'm going to be angry. And you better damn sure believe, man, dude gonna do responsible.
What you gonna have the shotgun up to the brother?
Man, dude gonna be responsible. That's all I'm gonna say. This shit on video. That's all I'm saying, man. Dude will be responsible.
He gonna be responsible.
As long as I'm living and I'm able to throw these up, he gonna be responsible. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes back to the initial question: who's at fault? I mean, because so do you blame? Do you kind of blame the parent then, because they're not showing their child the right way? Like you said, the mother, the child comes home and see the mother with a different dude, or having babies at freaking 19, 20, 21. You know what I mean? It's and the child is young herself. So who does she have to look up to if she thinks that's the right way? So if she goes lay up with that dude, then there's the dude, he's like, no, I don't want to use no rubber. Okay, she gonna think that's right. She gonna think that's what you're supposed to do. You see what I'm saying?
Right, I understand what you're saying, but again, it's about your household, man.
Right.
If your parents or your mother or father did their best to guide you and put you in the right direction, and you go out here and you get pregnant, then it's that teenager's fault. Because your mama and your father that stressed to you the safety of condoms, not getting pregnant, you know, giving you classes,
right?
You know, just things of that nature. Now, if you come from a broken home and you get pregnant because you had no guidance, then it's that parent's fault.